Hello students, welcome back to the new session of AutoCAD learning. So let's start with the quick revision of the last class. In the last class, we did three things. We first studied the erasing objects, that is how to erase a particular drawn object or by using delete button on your keyboard. Enter the shortcut or type erase completely, or you can go to different menu bars or your ribbon or your toolbar to select the erase tool. It will erase the drawn object if you do not want that particular object in your drawing. Alright. Now, how to cancel a command? You can press escape button on your keyboard. How to undo different operations which you have done? That is by using the undo command, Control plus Z. Alright. And oops command as a one-time lifeline for getting back the last deletion of your drawing session. Alright. We also covered the object selection methods through window selection method, that is from the left side to the right corner, drawing a window and selecting the objects by covering the window over it. Alright. The window starting from the left corner is blue in color and have firm lines. And from the right corner going towards left, the window which is created is of green color and dotted lines. Alright. Through this window, you just have to cross on the object. Alright. This is known as crossing method. This is known as window selection method. The third method we discussed was lasso method. Alright. By default, your AutoCAD does not show lasso method at times. So you can go to the option dialog box and go to selection tab and click the checkbox where it is mentioned allow and press the lasso method. Alright. The lasso method does the same thing from left. If you draw, it will draw in blue in color, and from right side if you draw, it will draw in green color with dotted lines. Alright. So let's move on to the new topic. Today we'll be discussing the different types of commands in AutoCAD. I've already introduced you to one command, that is the draw command, line command. Alright, the draw command category has all these commands related to drawing objects like a circle, a polygon, a line, a polyline. So different varieties of objects through which you can complete your drawing. And I would say which will help you in drawing different complex objects as well. Alright. The second category is modify or edit. Edit is not a different category or different panel in your CAD. Some edit commands are included in the modify panel. Alright. Edit commands like copy, move, erase. These are editing. You're not modifying something in your object. You're just editing it. You're copying it into multiples. You're moving that particular object to a different location on your screen or in your drawing. You're erasing some objects. So this is editing part. But as AutoCAD being a software, it does not include the edit panel differently. It includes those commands, erase, move, copy in your modify panel. So don't get confused, but just try to understand the application of the command. Modify commands are those commands which helps you in modifying the drawn objects. I'll give you one or two examples like mirror. It gives a mirror image of the drawn object. Modify command like scale, scaling up and down. So the modification in your drawing. Alright. Now there is another category called display control. Display control category is basically known as display command, but I am writing as display control. Why? Because actually in the simple words, it's easy to remember that these display commands helps me in controlling my view of the drawing. We will be covering some display commands today. Alright. Basically, it controls the view. It means you can use them to get in detailing of the view, or you can zoom, like zoom is one of the examples. Zoom in or zoom out. You can use a pan as a hand to move your drawing from left to right or within the screen just to have a view of it. Alright. So So basically, some of the commands which are included in this display control is done by your mouse too. But you should know how to control it through your keyboard as well. Sometimes on client side or in college or anywhere you're drawing your objects, you're drawing your concepts, you do not have your mouse with you. So you should know how to control it with your keyboard as well, which we will start learning today. Now, drawing aids are those commands which basically helps you as a function, like grid, snap. It supports your drawing. All right, the function keys basically, but not all of them. Like grid, snap, you have ortho. All right, so these are the drawing aids. Basically, they are aids for your drawings because it has a particular function to do, which helps you in completing your drawing accurately and on time. All right. Then there are few independent commands like, and why independent? Because it's not under any category. It is a complete different command which we cannot include in draw, modify, edit or display. Basically like dimensioning. The dimensioning part covers your dimensions, labeling, annotations. Then you have blocks. Then you have layers, properties. So all these commands which helps you in overall presentation and completion of your drawing. All right. So today we'll be covering a few commands in relation to display. Okay. The basic display command is zoom command. In zoom command, within zoom command, you have different options, sub options, which helps you in zooming your view of your drawing. So how to enter the zoom command? Z enter. All right. When you click on Z enter, you will see on your command line, you have different options to select from. And again, there will be one capital letter given to operate, or I would say to start that option through your command line. Or otherwise, you can go to the navigation bar on your screen and click on different options. Like this is the zoom tools are included in this drop down menu of this icon. And then there is a list of it, whichever you want to use. Like we have zoom extend, zoom window, zoom previous, zoom real time, zoom all, zoom object, zoom in and out, zoom center, zoom scale, zoom dynamic. And the most important tool, which is pan also. Pan is also a display command. So let's move on to our AutoCAD. I'll show you how to use zoom in your drawing. First, before that, in order to explain you clearly, I would draw some objects so that you get to know what I'm talking about and how will the zoom control help me. All right. These are some of my drawings within my workspace. Now I'll use my zoom command. I'll press Z, enter. All right. When I did this, see there is a list of sub options: all, center, dynamic, extend, previous, scale, window, object. All right. The first and foremost is all, which is also used during the formatting of a particular workspace. Whenever you set workspace, like we learned from the scratch, so after setting up a workspace area, you have to use the zoom all command so that the AutoCAD software displays value entered by you, like for example 12 feet by 12 feet. So it shows you the 12 feet by 12 feet area on your workspace. The worksheet here is unlimited, but you need to work in a particular space. Like we have sizes of A4, A3, A1 paper. In that also we set a limit. We draw borders and then set a limit that in this particular area I have to work. Same here, you have to set your workspace. All right. So the first one is all. You can click on it or you can type A, enter. So this is the complete workspace area which I have set in my system before starting this session. All right. So my next command is zoom for Z, or you can select from here as well, enter. I would use extend. Extend means the extent limit in which I have drawn my objects. I don't want to see the complete workspace where I have not drawn anything. I just want to see the area where I have drawn all the objects. So when I click on extend, it will zoom out the extended area. It will zoom out the area in which I have drawn my object. It will set the limit of that particular area. Alright. Next is zoom, enter, previous. Previous means the last view which I was working on. Like sometimes there are complicated drawings which you're working on. You need to work on a detailing of an object. So you go in and out to see the complete object, sometimes within the object. So you use the zoom previous command. Alright. See, I'll show you. The previous view which was there on my screen was zoom all. So when I click on previous, it will again come back to my previous view. Alright. Again, I'll show you an example. Zoom, extend. Alright. I can use my cursor of my mouse and just zoom in so that I'll show you how the previous one works. Then I'll repeat Z enter for previous, P enter. See, it has come out of the previous view. Alright. The next one is Z enter. Now I'll use window. W enter, or I click on window. Now it is asking me specify first column. So I have to draw a window in that particular area which I want to zoom in. For example, I want this corner to be zoomed. So I'll draw a window here and it will zoom in. Alright. I'll again go use zoom, enter, P, enter. So it comes back from the previous view. Alright. Again, zoom, enter. I have an object option. So this object option is basically O, enter, or I'll click on object. It can be defined by selecting an object. If I want to view just this object, I click on this object. See, my cursor has changed to pick box, and it is also showing an icon of the zoom command. So select this object and I have to click enter, because selecting object means I can select many objects, maybe these two objects all together. Alright. So I have to give the AutoCAD the command that by pressing enter, you tell AutoCAD that I need just this object to be zoomed. See, now this object is zoomed in. I'll again press use zoom previous. Alright. The rest of the commands, that is center, dynamic, and scale, you will be learning in the further sessions later on when the application is to be needed. Alright. And there is one more important zoom which is not mentioned here, that is zoom real time. For that you can type Z and then double click the enter, the one time, second time. Now this is your zoom real time, which has a plus and minus. Alright. The same thing which your wheels also does. Moving the wheel forward will zoom in, moving the wheel backward will zoom out. Alright, this is a zoom real time. Alright, and pan, P, enter. The hand will be on your screen, so you can pan. See, the hand is open, and when I click my left button of my mouse or my keyboard, then it closes. It's capturing the screen to move. It's holding the screen, as you can say. Okay, so now the same commands can be accessed through this zoom tool, alright, on your navigation bar. When you click on this drop down menu, see zoom extend, zoom window, zoom previous, zoom real time, zoom all. These three we will cover later on. Zoom object, again it also has zoom in and zoom out. Alright, so you can zoom in, then you can zoom out. Alright, this is my hand. Okay, I hope you all are clear, students. So these are the basic display commands which you need to learn. This definitely you need to learn, because you can not always rely on your mouse. Do not say to a client or your teachers or your colleagues, anyone, that I cannot work in AutoCAD, or it is taking me so much time because I don't have a mouse. As a beginner, you can use your mouse, but as you go on practicing and become a professional and later on after some years an expert, so you need to know how to control your drawings, how to control your AutoCAD through just the keyboard as well. Alright, and this all will come through practice. If you practice daily, you set a time for yourself, then definitely after any year or after so much of practice, definitely you can close your eyes and say, when I press L enter or I press any command, I go into the command, you would remember what is the next step to be done. What will be the next step? The AutoCAD will be showing in the command line. But that will only come through practice. Alright. In the next session, again we'll do the quick revision and then we'll continue with drawing units, the type and precision of drawing units, and drawing limits. Alright. This is also a very important topic for you to understand. Okay. So please practice, students. Thank you for today.